night like tonight, you better jump on them quickly, and they did.
Sure did. Here's Jalen Duren, first possession of the basket, hook on the run, hit it off the 2-34 Pistons. Stephon Castle, the forecourt for San Antonio. They had won 3 in a row coming in here. Castle in the paint. Jostled, deep to Bismack Biyombo, missed from close in. Tried to score off the high glass and couldn't. Tobias, the forecourt, lobs to J.D.
Level. Penthouse.
Bismack Biyombo against Jalen Duren. Dribble hands to Vassell. Vassell had 3 threes early. Castle launches the 3, and it's through.
They are now 7 for 26, and 4 came early.
It's 64-37. Missed from the lane for Jalen. And a run out for the Spurs. Then stopped making threes and never did make many twos. And the Pistons have just run them out of the gym at this point. It's 64-39. In front, the Pistons go to Jalen Duren, missed. Asar Thompson gets it back. Tobias works the wing. Takes it to the baseline, takes it to the rim. Reverse, no. Rebound, Harrison Barnes. Chris Paul, topside jumper, yes. And that's a triple for Paul. And it's 8 straight for the Spurs. It's 64-42 Pistons. Tim Hardaway Jr., topside of Tobias. Dennis Schroeder starting for Kate Cunningham out tonight with leg soreness. Across the lane goes Jalen Duren, misses the hook. Stephon Castle to Chris Paul. Into the corner, Harrison Barnes with a long gun. It's in and out. Long rebound to Asar Thompson.
See if they can get something early. This is usually when they're droughting in the half court. They can get a run going, something in transition or quickly.
Tobias from
They started rotating it. The Spurs.
7-42 Pistons. 9 minutes to play in the third. Harrison Barnes to the driving Stephon Castle for a deuce.
A lot of people think he's going to be Rookie of the Year, George.
He could be, leading all rookies in scoring. He has 9 now, averages 14. Dennis Schroeder with a screen from Jalen Duren. Low dribble to the lane. Has to pick it up outside for Tobias. Clock at 6. Asar Thompson rises and fires. Short and out of bounds.
For making them play half court and making them play on the perimeter.
Castle down the lane, scoops and scores. It's 67-44. Jalen Duren shovels to Tim Hardaway Jr. Gets to the basket for a scoop and a score. He has that kind of strength. 7 for Hardaway Jr., 69-46.
Nice to see him bounce you off that ankle.
Yeah.
When he did that the other day, we didn't know how long he was going to be out.
Vassell from distance misfires to Tobias. Tim Hardaway Jr. gives it to Dennis Schroeder against Castle. Bounce to Jalen. Deep to Asar. Up with a shot.
So may have been looking for something else.
Ankle seems like it must be almost right. Vassell with a leaner in the lane. He hits it. They led by 30.
Law of averages on the side of the Spurs and had almost 11-minute drought. They were going to eventually start hitting some shots.
Schroeder to the lane. Schroeder off the glass. Certain way he plays. And the Pistons. It's 72-48. Castle to the paint. The boat isn't rocked. You'd like to have Dennis Schroeder available the rest of the way. Castle to the paint against him. Running Glasser's good for Stephon Castle. Pins inside for the Pistons.
Floor in the second quarter, but they are scoring rather easily now. And you want to see an improvement on the defensive end if you're the Pistons coaching staff.
Malik Beasley short with a long gun. Rebound Harrison Barnes. Marcus Sasser is checked in. Vassell for 3, and it's through. And now the Spurs have Sasser against Castle. line. Clock at 16. Malik Beasley screen from Jalen Duren, lost the handle. Barnes picks it up and brings it to forecourt.
The crafty, tricky Chris Paul causing that turnover.
Castle thought about a long gun, gets to the lane instead. Fires up a 2 and it's through. 72 to in the first half of the third quarter. Tim Hardaway Jr. finishes 5 here in the third. 75-55. Jump catch by Harrison Barnes. Goes behind the back. Up fake inside. In front to Bismack Biyombo. The shot popped out. Big fella couldn't even score. Dead on from 2 feet away. Hardaway Jr. for 3. Off the iron to Chris Paul. Paul to forecourt. Got a screen from Biyombo. Vassell puts it on the deck. Spins to the lane. Rises and fires and fills it up.
They're playing with chucking all those threes, George. They are playing in the half court. They're scoring deuces. They've got good balance to their offense, and they look much better.
75-57 our score. The last 8 have been scored by the Spurs here. Marcus Sasser with the basket. Runs up.
Has demonstrated while not playing much. I probably wouldn't have had that same maturity when I was his age.
I can't imagine very many players would. Gregory, you were mature beyond your years. I'm not sure I'm buying that. Here is Vassell to the baseline. On the wing to Keldon Johnson. Clock at 6. Johnson from the lane. Facing hook, no. His own rebound. Hooks it back up again.
I can tell you this much. I'm sure Marcus had plenty of help and guidance from this coaching staff to help him with his patience and not losing his confidence and all that was necessary during that stretch.
Here's Malik Beasley with a long gun, rattles out to Vassell. We have 3:46 to play here in the third. Vassell for 3, and it's through.
You worried yet?
No, but I think the coaching staff has to get a little bit concerned. So guess who? Marcus Sasser.
Marcus Sasser's kicking tail right now.
You can't guard him.
No.
Blake Wesley with the basketball without Cade Cunningham in this one. Sohan hands to Vassell. Crowded inside by Isaiah Stewart. Fired short. That stop was by Stu, and he rebounds the miss. Marcus Sasser stops and fires. Off the rim. He had to miss sooner or later. Vassell with a rebound. Jeremy Sohan hands to Champagnie. Vassell puts it down. Gets to the baseline. Flips it up. No. Long rebound to Tobias. Way ahead to Malik Beasley to the basket. Lays it up. No. Off it comes. First is up. Tim Hardaway Jr. with 10. And Jalen Duren also with 11. So, I know you do, Gregory. Here's Sohan to the basket. Blocked by Stu. Took it to the glass. Tobias to forecourt. Marcus Sasser topside. Crossover dribble down the lane of the rim. Blocked by Sohan. Spurs rush it up. Devin Vassell in the lane. Deep bounce to Sohan. Up fake on Stu. Got his hand in the air and bothered the shot. It was all air. The Pistons come to forecourt. Stu has it topside. Gets to the lane, dishes it deep for a dunk to Tobias. 1.5 left in the third. Spurs into the corner. Vassell by himself for a minute, and he triples. That's 26. 13 of them here in the third. It's 84-65 Pistons. Pistons pushed that lead to 30 off the get-go in the second half. Spurs have been fighting back ever since. Pistons at the fourth. Still working the hoop to our left, and here's Castle down the lane. He's still red hot. Goes up a floating gun. It goes. It's 88-71. He's 7 for 7 in the second half.
They were late in making the decision to attack. Probably wish they'd attacked in the second quarter when they were throwing up a bunch of threes and missing.
He was 0 for 7 in the first half. Malik Beasley against Castle. Top side of Dennis Schroeder. Shot clock running out. His pass is tip bounce to Castle. Castle down the lane, got to the rim, missed the shot. Pistons board it. Simone Fontecchio, left wing three, won't go through. Rebound comes down to Ron Holland. Basket cut by Simone, but the pass was behind him. Castle to forecourt. Castle at the elbow here in downtown Detroit. Dennis Schroeder rounds it topside. Ron Holland to the basket.
If it goes, absorb that contact, get arm, and get a three-point opportunity.
Beasley has checked in for the Spurs. Wesley has it topside. Momo Beasley in the lane. Shots off the rim. No. Champagny with the rebound. Brings it back to the left wing. He'll line up a three and miss it. Rebound to Keldon Johnson. Momo Beasley on the left wing. Fires and fills it. 4. Ron Holland down the lane. Into the corner to Malik Beasley, and
Beasley, Georgia, a 41% three-point shooter, so no accident when he's dropping those.
He fakes the three, gets to the paint, dishes it deep, and Keldon Johnson lays it in. 93-76 our score. Dennis Schroeder in the backcourt for the Pistons. Works the wing. Screen from Stu as he takes it to the other side. Top side of Malik Beasley. Malik down the lane, flips it up and fills it up. Picture, you just got a chance to see Malik score.
You may start seeing Malik Beasley put it on the floor and go inside more as teams are, draping all over him defensively out near the three-point line of late.
Champagny with the basketball for the Spurs. Keldon Johnson shovels. Momo gets it back and misses the three. Pistons board it with 8:42 to play. Dennis Schroeder to Ron Holland for a left wing. Circles back to the sideline. Now works the wing. Screen from Stu. Here's the shot. No. Rebound to Champagny. Ahead to Wesley. Wesley, a long strider. Beasley on the wing. On top to Castle. Castle driving against Asar Thompson. Buys in Beasley. Gives it up, gets it back deep on the wing and buries a three.
George, that's 6 syllables. How long did it take you to get that down?
A while. I have to admit. I can't lie to you, Gregory. Stu screens for Schroeder. Top side of Malik Beasley. Bumped and fouled by Champagny. That's the bottom line. We're assuming he'll play Friday when the Cleveland Cavaliers come in. Dennis Schroeder to the lane, to the rim. Hook on the run, no. Rebound Champagny. Hands to Castle. Stephon Castle to forecourt. Champagny has it on the wing. Top side for Castle. Swipe by Asar Thompson. Whips the pass on the sideline. The Hardaway Jr. will take it to the racket. Up the Pistons Don Live collab now at Pistons313shop.com. Hardaway Jr. at the line at home and more than his share on the road. Then Trout, a great Piston fan. Tim Hardaway Jr. got both free throws. He has a dozen. Pistons 100, the Spurs 79. Castle with the basketball on top after the side out. Beasley. They dribble topside and hand the ball to Keldon Johnson. Johnson with the drive. Fires. Be sure to stick around for Pistons Live postgame.
28 points, you mentioned that earlier. 5 assists, 4 rebounds against the Pistons. He was 11 or 13 from the floor, not having that night tonight, obviously.
Made 2 free throws.
The guy doing all the scoring, a lot of it anyway, is Devin Vassell tonight.
And Stephon Castle, foul on the Spurs. 6:11 left. Pistons inbound to Dennis Schroeder against Castle on top. In the post, Jalen Duren, nice bounce, and that leads the league.
That's tops.
Castle to forecourt for San Antonio. Castle to the lane. Fires.
You get 30 assists, you're probably going to have a really good chance of being over 50% shooting.
Stephon Castle makes the first free throw. Nails the next. It's 19. It's 102-83 Pistons, 5:45 to play. Dennis Schroeder quickly to forecourt. Amo Kalashvili trying to guard him on the baseline. He'll get a rough. Dennis Schroeder at the stripe. Now 6 points, looking for 7 on this second free throw. 6 assists for Dennis Schroeder. Pistons 104, Spurs 83. 5:28 to play. Amo Kalashvili hands to Vassell. Vassell bothered, sends it topside to Keldon Johnson. Johnson on the deck to the lane, missed the shot. Got his own rebound, back up and in.
That's called working hard for a basket, folks.
Dennis Schroeder in forecourt. Thought he was fouled, doesn't get a call. Off to Jalen Duren at the basket, lays it up, lays it in. 2 left, Pistons 106, Spurs 85. Spurs into the corner for a staff here in front of us near the time.
So Coach Bickerstaff kind of shoves him in direction. Play cruise control the rest of the way.
Duren's free throw gives him 14. Vassell from the corner for the Spurs. The three's in and out. Sheriff, they fell in love with the 3 ball that dropped in the first and didn't in the second with 2 free throws. 107-87. Tim Hardaway Jr. for Waters. Rudy Waters with a 3 from the wing, and it's through.
And Sasser, 19, leads everybody. All-around performance by the Pistons. Took care of the Cleveland Cavaliers later on this week.
Assar got 1 for 2. Jordan McLaughlin down the lane, lays it in for the Spurs. We have 3:35 to play. It's 111-89. Marcus Sasser dribble hands to Thompson against Amo Kalashvili. Behind the foul line. To Paul Reed. Paul Reed to the baseline. Fires no. Rebound Bismack Biyombo to Jordan McLaughlin. McLaughlin in forecourt. Amo Kalashvili dribble hands it off to Malachi Branham, who's getting his first minutes in this one. McLaughlin misses from the slam tap. 111-91 our score, 2:48 to play. This is about to win number 41 on the season. Marcus Sasser to the baseline. Sasser keeps the dribble, steps to the corner, fires in and out and back in again. It kissed the high glass. 114-91. 22 for Marcus Sasser.
In 23 minutes of action.
Malachi Branham connects on the other end. Former first-round draft choice out of Ohio State. It's 114-94. Paul Reed, topside 3 for the Pistons is through. 2 minutes here at Little Caesars Arena.
Every Piston has scored in this game that has played. Every one of them.
Jordan McLaughlin to the lane. Misfires for the Spurs. Rebound tapped outside to Branham. Deep to Amo Kalashvili. That's impressive.
He'll join the likes of Steph Curry.
They're both ugly. Lindy Waters off to Paul Reed for the Pistons. Marcus Sasser on the right baseline. Drives, flips it up and fills it up.
I don't know what's going to happen with Marcus Sasser when Cade comes back, but his reintroduction to how good he is has been a smashing success in the Pistons' last 2 games, both wins.
He has 2 dozen in this one. Wesley's open for the Spurs, misses on top. Amo Kalashvili with a rebound back to Wesley. He'll drive it, dump it deep.
It's hard. And Klay Thompson.
The beard.
Klay Thompson. So those were the only 3. Now Anthony Edwards is also on a pace to join that group this year, so should be interesting.
Marcus Sasser deposits another three calmly.
Career high.
He has 27.
Career high.
10 here in the fourth. Career high 27. Mallow, he's still arguing about it. It's 122-96. The Pistons won't shoot it. Fans on their feet, including Piston owner Tom Gores. Has to be proud of the Pistons again, playing without their all-star Kate Cunningham and running away from a team that had won 3 in a row and 4 out of 5.